Okay, gang, this is a chapter 3 review. The question here is to find the tangent and the normal line at this point on this graph. Okay, so I'm going to start with taking the derivative. This is implicit differentiation. Please do not isolate the y, okay? I want you to keep it mixed in. Just a reminder, when you take the derivative of x, in respect to x, that's always 1. Derivative of x is 1. When you take the derivative of y in respect to x, that's why you get that dy dx. Just try to remember the derivative of y is not 1. It's dy dx, where the derivative of x is 1. Because y is a function of x. Y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. Okay, that's what tends to get people the most confused. All right, so I'm going to take the derivative of x squared, so that's 2x like it always is. So the 2 is 2x, the derivative of x is 1, so I don't need to like write a 1 next to that, right? So the derivative of the 2 is the 2x, the derivative of x is 1. So you don't need to put like a 1 here, we don't usually write that. All right, but here, now that you're doing a y, this is going to look different. The derivative of the 2 is the 2y. That's the 2. The derivative of the y is not 1. The derivative of the y is dy dx, because you're taking it in respect to x. And the derivative of a constant is 0. All right, that's the derivative. Now, I'm going to isolate dy dx, because I'm going to also ask you guys to do that. To isolate the derivative. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to accomplish that is I'm going to divide everybody by 2. I'm just trying to decide if I want to grab another pen here. Right, so I'm just going to divide everybody by 2. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to get x plus y dy dx equals to 0. And then I'm going to isolate the dy dx. So I'm going to subtract the x to the other side. And then I'm going to divide off the y. I don't want to lose that minus sign. All right, so this is a derivative, and the tangent line is what we've been doing for a while. You guys are very familiar with this. We're going to do the y equals mx plus b, right? So first I have to find m. To find m, now what's a little different here is that if you notice, the derivative is not just a function of x, it's a function of x and y. So to find the derivative now, I actually need to plug in both x and y. All right, so when I find the derivative at this point, I'm going to plug in the x value, which is 3, and the y value, which is 1, so the slope here is -3. All right, so now I have y equals -3x plus b, and now to find the b, we plug in the x and y value. So again, the y value is 1, and the x value is 3. We're going to move the 9 to the other side, so we're going to get that b is 10. So we're going to get y equals to -3x plus 10. All right, so that is the tangent line to the graph at this point. Okay, now the normal line, some of us may forget what a normal line is. So a normal line is perpendicular to a tangent line. A normal line is perpendicular to a tangent line. So if you have a tangent line at a particular spot, okay, so let's say we have this tangent line. The line we have here is negative, so let's say if people just want like so if you have a tangent line, a normal line will be perpendicular to that. So it'll be at right angles to the tangent line. So this one here is the tangent line, this one here is the normal line. So that means that you have to convert the slope, right? So right now we calculated the slope as -3. Okay, so how you do this, and I'll say it twice so you have it. You have to make the slope perpendicular. You learned this in in intermediate algebra, so your brain may have forgotten. How you make a slope perpendicular is you need to make it opposite sign and reciprocate it. So there's two steps. You make it opposite sign and reciprocate it. So since this is negative, the perpendicular slope will be positive. And since this is 3 over 1, the perpendicular slope will be 1 over 3. All right, so it's the reciprocal and the opposite sign. It's two things you have to do. All right, so now I have the slope of the normal line. So I just have to now find B. So to find B, I have to then plug in the points again. So X is 3, Y is 1. And if you move the 1 to the other side, you're going to get that B is 0. So the normal line, since B is 0, is just going to be 1/3 X. All right, so these are your tangent lines over here, your normal lines over here. All right, gang, I hope that helped you. Catch you. Bye-bye.